Hi everyone, and welcome to this drawing tutorial where we will be drawing a donkey. And what I'm using here is a gray cancel drawing paper. And actually I found a notebook of mine which has been laying under a cupboard for I don't know how long. And one time I was outdoors and I did this drawing. I actually forgot it. But I thought it would be nice to work this one out on a gray canson paper using the black and the white color pencil. So I hope you will enjoy this. And I start out with putting in the eyes because they're very important, and the direction of where the nose is going. These are the nose entrances, and make sure the distance is kind of correct. The head is lifted up a little bit, and donkeys have quite a small head, I think, and then they have this broad broad forehead with those sturdy hairs on them. And I just love these animals, and they're so fun to watch and to draw also. What I'm doing here is I am kind of drawing in shadows, and very important is the tip of the nose. And this donkey was hanging over a fence, and he was begging for bread and all kinds of treats, which I did not have with me that day. I remember it, and it's fun to take a sketch what you've done outdoors and then work this out at home. You will be amazed how much you keep in your mind when you have drawn something and you want to work that out. That will be no problem. Here I'm drawing in that big ear, and it's very typical for the donkey, of course. And yes, they are really long. So this is the right ear, and the left ear I want to be standing right up. It's straight up, and it's exactly how I remembered this donkey. You can see the inside of the ear a little bit, and the dark markings on the tip. The mane are standing up with this donkey, and when you when you compare them with the thoroughbred horses, the donkeys have much more sturdy hair, and the mane are standing straight up. So there's a big difference, and of course the broad forehead and the enormous ears. The neck itself is quite thin, I think. And here I'm drawing in the shadow on that neck, and I'm going in darker and darker as I go to below. Oh, hello. This is my Rembrandt. It's a cat, but he walks like an elephant, really. Sorry for that. Let's continue. Underneath those, the forehead itself, there's a lot of shadow, and also on the tip of the nose. Now, as I was telling, this donkey was hanging over the fence, and he was kind of begging for treats. So I really wanted to draw in this fence also. It's nice to draw in a little bit of surroundings when you are drawing any model at all, because that way it will get a space on your paper and it will make your drawing look more interesting. Here I'm putting in a horizon and I'm shading in the field that's behind the donkey. So I simply shade it in a little bit. And to break that horizon, I will put in an imaginary shed with some trees. It's in the far distance, so I do not put any detail in it at all. Just light and dark. That's enough. This is the pole. Here in the distance a little bit of more tree too. And what I have now is the base of my drawing, and it's time to pick up the white color pencil. Now what is nice when you draw on gray paper is that you can use the white, and I needed this very much for this donkey, for the light markings around his eyes and the white nose. Now the donkey is gray, so that's why I've chosen the gray console paper, and I'm trying to figure out if that will work for this donkey to appear even more donkey-like. But I must say, like the sketch I did on the left is also nice. So if you want to try this out, you can of course first choose to make one simply in graphite, just to get the hang of it. And should you be happy with it, you can always pick up a gray paper and try that same donkey, but then in all kinds of shades of gray. You can see me using that white color pencil for the fence. That was actually white. He was, hanging over it. So I used the white color pencil for the fence, but also for the far distance. And on the donkey itself, of course. You can actually make some of the hairs pop up. And should you think that your drawing is getting too light, you can always change back to your black color pencil again. Now here underneath that nose there is a dark shadow casted on that white fence. And the nice thing about drawing in shadows is that it will make your drawing look more 3D and dimensional. And it will give it an extra nice touch. At this stage I'm constantly changing between the white and the black color pencil. Now this is something I want to try out. I want to draw in a little bit of clouds in the background. hoping that this will make my donkey appear more gray. So by putting in white, I will let the gray color of the paper work for me. And yeah, I think it's working. Always tricky, but it is kind of nice. Here I'm using the white for extra sun reflection, if you like. I think these clouds work out nice for this drawing. I will have to put in here a little bit more shadow. I'll just keep shifting. Here, the top of the ear. It really stands out. This is also something I want to try, because the fence is really close to us. I want to draw in extra detail, so I put in a little bit of wood texture, just to make that drawing more interesting. And I'm simply shifting between the white and the black again. Put in some extra hairs. This is quite nice. I do hope you will give this a try, because, well, of course donkeys are amazing animals, and drawing on grey paper is absolutely stunning. I hope you will give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you again in our next tutorial.